Ahri does have the flash, so making sure she doesn't use that is actually pretty impressive, holding steadfast in the mid lane. But Sylas going in again, gets charmed before he can land the Kingslayer as the chains forces his flash away. But the flash orb of deception and first blood will
Miss the Q, bro.
under the tower. She has to flash away from it, but Dank so low underneath. Both of these top players have got their flash. Trundle on the way. Will he be able to stop the back the pillar? And Phenomenal is just probably going to die, but he is playing Ambessa, so a lot of movement to try and get away. The flash from the Trundle is almost going to seal Phenomenal's fate, but their mid laner abduct onto Yunara. She's forced to transcend her soul and try and dash away. It's a 3v3. Daiki goes in flat, lands the car, but it's only onto the Dr. Mundo. The flat Heartsteel plus the E, and Zerichu so low has to try and run away as they find yet another kill on the back end of this, and a clipping in. From who exactly? It's from Daiki. Will they be able to turn this one as another TP comes in? There's so much damage from this Caitlyn. The Pot Blossom with Nico on 1 HP. She still manages to get the stun off onto the Trundle. The Trundle trying to put the damage down onto Dr. Mundo, but he can't find it as a double kill for Eclipse in the bot lane with a TP. I don't know, we're diving the Sion between tier 1 and tier 2. There's a TP coming in, but Dank is so low. Zerichu arriving to the fight as Sion turns it around. But to the side, there's another TP's coming in. The charm's gonna land onto Eclipse. Will he live? No, but a 3-man hot blocks, including that Sion passive, as it's a 1-for-1 so far. But a massive tangle box hits onto 2. Sylas in the middle of everyone, but he still gets charmed up. Can he find the kill on Ahri before he goes down? No, he cannot. As they in time, in he goes. Will he find a Mundo? He will, and Mundo goes where he pleases. A dive into the backline from the public execution. Daiki doesn't have the ult or the flash to get away, but they will live on 1 HP. Phenomenal goes down just about as the block comes through on the Caitlyn ultimate, but Trundle goes down. A flash from the Sylas.
Kill the Ahri, man.
Find the auto attack, he will, and he finds the kill onto the Ahri, but he goes down in response. Yunara over the wall, but Eclipse has more damage, gets knocked up by the Sion, and Dank doing so much to defend his team in this team fight, but Eclipse to burn the ultimate. He won't be able to join this team fight, as of course Phenomenal does have teleport as well, which means if one of these top laners is to join, it will be the Ambessa who gets there first, but this Baron about a quarter HP, if not lower, and it might not get stolen. Trundle tried to flash in to steal it, but it's too late. Now he's going to pay for his sins with his own life as the TP comes in for public execution under the tower. Yunara has to transcend her soul, but Phenomenal might be a little bit too deep as the Yunara auto attacks the W coming through. Mundo's going to pay for it as a shutdown of 1100 gold goes over to the Trundle. The charm lands onto Eclipse, who gets shut down. Sylas goes in, but the rest of his team is already taken out. And this might be turning around in favor of Forgotten Karuta. Blew a flash charm from Daiki as he's not even going to go down. An insane play from the mid laner of FKB, and the fight comes on to this Yunara.
Look at the minion!
And how about half HP? This minion is crazy. Will we be able to see the Nico ult pop off inside this fight? Phenomenal dives in. A massive pop blossom. It's absolutely monumental as Trundle goes down. Yunara so low, 1 HP, as is Sylas, but Dank still standing tall through all of this damage, but he's the only one standing tall as the rest of his team falls in the team fight. Cleanly played, doesn't burn the flash.
Yeah, I mean, he knows the limit. Oh,
the flash shielded. Durrani flashes out with the Justice Punch, but he still goes down to the Winds of War. He's got that Summoner spell from the spellbook. Will they be able to find out the Malphite's there? They don't know yet, but he still doesn't have the ultimate. There's the combo with the Orianna ultimate, but Daiki's so low. The Galio ult coming in. Will he be able to find any return kill? Murder. They don't lose a single member somehow. Absolutely insane. And I mean, this fight might continue around this Drake.
We still have ult on the
paranoia. We have the Nocturne ult, but we don't have the Orianna ult to follow it up. There's a Rise in the backline trying to do the damage, but Thresh Dog's going to go down. Eclipse in a 1v1 versus Dank. He's healing up with the red guns. There's so much damage onto the top laner of FTK as down goes Eclipse as well, but it's a 1-for-1 inside of that isolated fight. 3v4 now, wait for the TP to arrive. In comes Galio, he flies into the sky to try and push the enemy team back a bit as Daiki flashed on, but will be able to flash over the wall. And the play initiated by this Malphite, but no one dead just yet. And nice equalizer, really, really big as Rise frontlining. He procs the Seraphs. He doesn't quite get enough damage to take anyone down, but a massive shielded round onto 2 as Malphite walking up to throw out a little bit of damage. So many low health bars. A flat.
I mean, they're doing pretty good right now. Oh my god.
Oh, wait a minute. They're looking for even more. A nice culling to try and soften up some of these members as the shielded Duran tries to turn it around.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute, they're going back in. So much damage from Eclipse over the wall. He absolutely pops off. Lucian forced to cleanse away from the exhaust, but he's still going to get hit by the shielded Duran as he gets taunted up, and Phenomenal goes golden to keep him SMT, but Yeah, I think this fight's over. Or is it? Wait a minute. That's a lot of damage from Aphelios once again as the Glacial Fissure tries to send them away. Malphite gets taken down by the culling somehow. Lucian solo as it's just a big wall from Sou Mou Tou stopping any advance from FTK. In goes the Nocturne Orianna combo. And a Devour onto the Aphelios. He gets eaten to keep him alive. Nocturne now has to try and run away. Zerichu very, very low, but Malphite trying to finish off the Drake. He won't be able to get it as it's going to go to the Nocturne. But a massive Aphelios ult doing so much damage, forcing the flash out of Nocturne, but it's not enough as Eclipse gets blown to smithereens. Lucian trying to follow it up. He gets...
Yeah, this was bad from start to finish.
Oh no, this
Can they actually end?
I think they're just ending the game. Look at the timers on the respawn. Nocturne just smacking that one away, but Malphite gets the unstoppable force. Daiki has a shield, and Lucian as well. They're going to be able to take the game.
They cannot overextend, while the Xin Zhao is probably going to look to take maybe a mid gank.
Hang on a minute, both junglers around the corner, but Vi misses the Vault Breaker. Flash over the wall from Daiki. The flash wind becomes lightning is going to pick up the kill for 6-3 Feminist. And Austro has to try and run away after missing to try and run away. But there's a Rakan trying to make the space. A prediction on the wind becomes lightning. The flash away from Austro. But Yasuo is around the corner. Can we let another wind becomes lightning? He's going to get caught out. We'll get stunned up by this Leona. But the healing, a massive last breath from this Yasuo. And he will trade 1-for-1 in the end. But the fight is not just done yet.
Maybe some more?
Down. 6-3 Feminist looking to get the final few auto attacks. And Austro will fall in the end. Eclipse here now. But Johntlemon has that lethal tempo stacked. Eclipse will take down Zerichu. And Johntlemon might get killed. There it is, the flash plus the shield of daybreak, and there is the Zenith blade.
They're extremely strong, but Yasuo needs to be careful here because
he might be caught out. There it is, cease and desist in the mid lane, but Jin Zhao's just around the corner. He's going to make his way into the fight. Do they know? They are turning this one around, but the last breath is there to keep Daiki still as he tries to flash over the wall, but 6-3 Feminist will follow with the audacious charge. He can't slice himself away as he will fall once again in the mid lane. Absolutely heinous as Yasuo misses yet another cannon in the mid lane, but it might just be a fight one. There is no last breath here as the cease and desist will find its way onto the Yasuo, as does the Grand Entrance, but he's just tanky enough to tank through it. Vi now having to flash away and try and run, but a wind becomes lightning. And the last was in a 1v2 and he healed to like, that was just insane. He just heals so much, and now the rest of his team arrives as they take the tower, but the quickness is here. Can they get the damage with Johntlemon now free firing Eclipse, dropping low. Dank takes them all out, tries to look for the Pathmaker, but can't quite find enough damage as Daiki's going to be able to secure the kill. Thresh Dog forced to flash away, but the Grand Entrance will still land as that's another shutdown. That's very true. The Drake is now up, but 6-3 Feminist is going in. Austro trying to make the play, but the Crescent Guard immuning this 6-3 Feminist from all of the damage. Meanwhile, Johntlemon trying to put the damage down with the Thresh Dog, but he's so tanky on the Leona. Austro almost certainly going to go down as Daiki has already done. Meanwhile, the Yasuo diving in deep as it's a 1v1 as Mordekaiser will take the stats of the Vi. Dank manages to get the shut.
Wait, SMT, hello? Why are they leaving?
Coming in.
Oh no, they need to back, they need to back.
He's going to try and 1v4. Thresh Dog making his way over, as is Phenomenal, but the Crescent Guard isn't going to immune him from any of the damage inside of the ring. Eclipse making their way to the fight as the Sivir now firing. She might be able to fly the flash forward. It's a triple kill. Can we make it a quadra as Daiki the only one of them? Eclipse just shredding through these health bars.
It now.
Yeah, Austro making their way over. They will be spotted out by this
wards.
And there's the last breath over the wall, plus the solar flare, and just Austro gets blown to smithereens. And now there's no jungler left on the side of FTK to even try for a contest.
Is he dead?
Also going to go down because he's all out. He doesn't have any of the resistances that he needs to survive this.
Yeah.
He's trying to get away with the footwork, but there's a Yasuo who's just going to wait for him to come out of the death realm.